Hi, this tutorial is for Code.org Course F Lesson 4. I'm going to start on step 3, but that doesn't mean you should. Make sure you watch the video in step 1 and play around with the blocks in step 2. Okay, the instructions for step 3 are to finish drawing the square that has been started for you over here on the stage. What I like to do is have a paper and pencil out next to me so I can draw out what I want to tell the sprite to do. In this case, I know it's going to move forward first, and 100 pixels is already set there for me, and it tells me here in the instructions that that's how long each line is. Now, with my sprite facing forward, I know it's going to have to turn right next to finish the square. And what I know about squares is that the interior angles are 90 degrees. So by moving forward and turning right, he or she is now facing down. So the last step to finish the square would be another move forward block. Let's run and see how it goes. Okay, don't skip step 4 because that is an important video that you need to watch about loops. A loop is using the repeat block. So now the challenge is to draw the entire square by using the repeat block. So I have to think about what's being repeated when you're drawing a square. Move forward, turn right 90 degrees. Move forward, turn right 90 degrees. And then 2 more times. Move forward, turn right. Move forward. And the last turn right is optional, but it won't hurt. So how many times did those 2 steps repeat? 4. Move forward, turn right 4 times. Okay, let's move on. So here's step 6. Step 6 is just a different shape. So now I'm going to need to draw out my steps because this one's a little more complicated. I have to know what the interior angles are of the triangle and therefore what the angle will be when the artist needs to turn. So for this purpose, I know I'm going to be using a loop block, and a triangle has 3 sides, so I'm going to be repeating the steps 3 times. I know that I'm going to tell the artist to move forward first, and in the directions, it's telling me that it's 100 pixels long, so I know that that will be correct. Also up in the instructions, I see that it says each side of the triangle has 120-degree outer angles. And that's important because once my artist gets to the end, when the artist needs to turn, it's going to be turning left the measure of the outer angle. So if the measure of the outer angle is 120 degrees, then I know my artist will turn left by 120 degrees. So let me just think about it before I run it. I'm going to move forward, turn left 120 degrees, move forward, turn left 120 degrees, move forward. So pretty sure that this is going to work. Let's run it. All right, moving on to step 7. Okay, here's another one that I'm going to draw out on paper. But let me read the instructions because there's really important information there. It says that the long side is 150 pixels and that the short sides are 75 pixels. And I'm just going to check if there's any other information up here. Also, please see here, there's a light bulb and it's going to give you 5 hints. So if you get stuck, you can always click on the hint and see what it says. Every angle is either 45 or 90 degrees. So that's a pretty good hint. Now, let me just see if I'm going to be repeating anything. I'm going to go straight So I know I'm going to move 150 first because that's the long side. And in order to change the pixel value, I just click on it. That's going to take me to this corner. Now I already have a hint here that the angle is either 45 or 90. And if my artist is facing this direction, this looks like an angle that is smaller than 90. So I know my artist will be turning then 45 degrees. And when I click on the degrees, this is also very useful. If it matches the angle that I'm turning, then I know that this is the correct value. Okay, and then up in the instructions, it told me that the short side is 75. So I'm going to be moving 75 to get me to the tip of this shape. Next, I'm facing this direction, and that looks like a 90-degree angle, not a 45. And I'm going to be turning right again, this time 90. And it's a short side, so let me make sure I change the value, 75. And that's going to get me to this end. Next, I need a turn. And this time, if I turn my artist, that's going to be a 45-degree angle. And the next move is moving forward. I'm not seeing a pattern yet, are you? Let me see. No, I don't know that I can use the repeat block here. All right, it's the long side. So I'm going to move forward 150. Now I'm turning right again, 45. It's a short side, so I'm going to move 75. Another turn right. This time it's a 90-degree. And the last one is a 75. If you see a pattern and you can use the repeat block, you should. All right, let's run it. Here we go. Moving on. Okay, here we have a star.